Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to Eiyuden Chronicle. So we got to fight the dragon again, but now he's white rather than reddish-black, and he's got some spinning symbols around him. Good news though, he doesn't have any shielding, so I'm good with that. Charge up, powerful war cry. Since you don't have that, I'm actually going to use an item with you right now. Well, no, I got the powerful war cry. I might as well attack. Rune Shard of Wind. Rune Shard of Fire. Fires of the Apocalypse. Not a fan. You know. Hopefully you can't do this very often. Okay, same amount of damage.
That was close.
Okay, so he's moving last. I'm going to need some healing. Charge up. Powerful war cry. Swinging slash. Holy Rain. Shard of Fire again.
This isn't over.
There we go. Get some healing.
That was close.
That did not actually heal Noah very much, I don't think. Okay, well, he's got shielding now. And defense up, but he is into the yellow. Okay, attack. Rune Lens, Jaw Crush. Powerful War Cry. Well, Noah's close to max, so that's good. Ice Needle. There we go. Well, you remember when I was saying that, asking about 5, my god, is he really dead already? I didn't even get a Jaw Crush out. That's deeply disappointing. I don't think the enemies are designed for Momo output levels. Damage output levels. Alright, level up for Eupharius.
The reward for good hustle.
See, again, like Periel hasn't popped out to give us encouragement on either of those fights. Very nice.
We won.
Now, we just have to take care of Aldric.
So, that's 2 of the 5 bosses. So, there's that.
Then this will finally all be over.
Does he have more? Oh, no.
The bridge! Damn it! Is everyone okay?
What?
Don't worry about us. Keep your eyes on the prize, Noah.
What?
Ah,
I have to do this alone?
coming for you, Aldric!
Well, poop. That's not... I don't like that. Eupharius was gonna take his head. Come on.
We destroyed it, Aldric. You wanted proof? There's your proof.
Do you see it, boy? How it shines.
So I'm gonna just suggest right here, Noah, charge. Like, he's standing at the edge of a bridge that is either unfinished or destroyed or something like that. Just push him off. Just slam into his back. He's not even looking. Knock him off. Let him fall to his death.
Could there be anything more lovely?
Yeah, actually, quite a few things.
When I was but small, someone told me a fairy tale. Once, in days of yore, rune lenses could be wielded by all.
Is this all because you couldn't wield a rune lens or something?
The thought made my heart leap with joy.
But I mean, everyone can. Everyone can have rune lenses. You just have to get them.
But
And there's plenty.
it also filled me with envy.
Yeah.
Why them and not me?
Yeah. This is all... It's all penis envy.
Was I selfish to think that? Perhaps.
Yes, you were.
But it matters little now. However, Noah, I chose this path, and I will not turn from it. After a certain age, it is too late to renounce beliefs.
No, actually, it's not. It really isn't. You can always be educated and understand that your previous viewpoints were wrong and bad.
So come at me, if you dare.
Okay, so we have a duel.
Let us end this.
I guess that makes sense for us being alone, but still...
Oh, I dare.
Who dares wins.
I'm putting an end to this, Aldric!
With what power? Show me!
I don't like these fights.
Pathetic! My plans for the world will not be impeded!
I might have to look this up. Alright, counter, I guess. Yeah, there we go.
What is it about you? Why must you continually interfere?
Because you're a
Still
jerk.
don't know. Now that you stand all alone, then you never will.
Yep. So.
My plans for the world will not be impeded!
Okay. Counter again. Yep.
Here I come!
Alright, attack.
You are no one. Nothing! My plans for the world will not be impeded!
Alright, counter again.
You will not sway me from my path!
Counter again. Nope.
My plans for the world.
Alright. No, I'm gonna counter. I'm gonna let my break gauge get higher.
You will not.
Okay, now I can break.
I also chose my path, and I will see it through to the end!
Still say we should have knocked him off the edge.
You lack the strength for such boy.
See, if we had the Reyna to help defense, that'd be handy.
Behold, the primal lens is pure and absolute power.
We getting to the second phase of this? I don't like that if so. Hey, finally made it. Swords? Yeah, swords.
Here to challenge me again, little Kesley.
Oh, is this going to be phases with each of the three of them? I guess so.
You have betrayed your empire!
You know, the Empire betrayed him.
You did! When you sullied Galdea's good name!
It's an Empire. Does it really have a good name? Okay, so he has a new breakpoint. Let's do that. Oh, actually attacking. See, that's what I don't like about these things, where it's like it
Nothing you say will ever take the blood off your hands.
does different
And
things.
all because you coveted the lens's power!
I wish, like, if they had just done something like attack, defend, lens. It's the same kind of rock, paper, scissors thing. I think that would have been good.
I am weary to death of your preaching.
Okay, he's probably going to attack again, so counter. Yep. See, now why was that different?
Only the weak cling to sentiment when there is a wiser path.
Like, that you should not have the same things do different things.
I will not turn away from what I know to be right!
You know nothing.
Noah still should have pushed him off the edge.
Simple-minded whelp.
Okay, counter.
I will not turn away from what I know to be right!
You know nothing.
Like, these feel too cinematic, kind of thing. At which point, I kind of feel like they should just be
will
cinematic.
not sway me from my path.
And you can have button inputs and stuff like that, but they don't actually do anything. Like, it doesn't actually matter. Like, I'll be honest, like, that's kind of the best thing. If you want a fancy cinematic thing,
Turn away from what I know to be right!
give the player interaction, but don't actually have it make a difference.
You know nothing.
I think I'm going to counter again just because I want the break gauge full.
Simple-minded whelp.
All right, let's go with the break.
Alone I may not stand a chance against the vast power of the rune lenses. But I am not alone! And together, we are greater than you!
Should have swords.
The rune lens's power is that of the world itself. What makes you think you can surpass that?
Human will.
The world desires to follow my path because that is its natural course.
Really arrogant there. Maybe Noah should have been doing something. Ah, there we go. Okay, now we get
Stop lying to yourself!
our next character in.
The lenses could have been your gift to humanity, but you kept it locked away.
This is my world, too!
I hope we get an actual fight after this, though.
And I don't need you telling me what's best for it!
Ah, rude.
The
How dare you
lies
leap away.
took to awaken the primal lens? It's unconscionable!
It was inevitable. Had I not done it, someone else would have.
It's a classic argument, and completely false. You don't know that someone else would have. Other people could be better than you. And just because someone else makes a bad decision doesn't mean that you should then make the bad decision first. You can always be better than that. That's really low on hit points for her. I guess I'll attack.
Oh, look at you. You won't even own up to it. People like you are the worst.
It's true.
I will not be lectured by you, Guardian.
I'm just doing the bad thing because someone else would have anyway. Yeah, doesn't mean you have to. It means you wanted to do it. It's an excuse. It's gross. Counter?
You really don't get it, do you? Hapumi!
Humanity has a right to wield the lenses. It is our destiny to attain that technology.
It's really not.
I will not be lectured by you, Guardian.
He does mostly seem to attack.
You really don't get it, do you? Hapumi! Who do you think you're fooling? All you want is to build weapons.
Well, look, it's because I like murder. Okay.
A means to an end. Humanity has a right to wield the lenses.
Well, I got a break, but let me wait one more. 'Cause I never like to do that. I've had too many of those times fail.
Who do you think you're fooling?
Okay, now we can do the break. He's not doesn't have that many hit points,
Wants the
but
same thing as you?
this does feel fairly like what I was kind of saying of what I do doesn't really matter too much.
Start wars over the lenses? To take uncountable lives just to unlock their power? No one wants that! You're alone! And your path leads to nothing!
Can we fight him normally, though?
Silence! I call again upon the primal lens.
I'd like to have a normal fight with him. Hi, I got my hit points back. Yeah, combo attack.
Noah! Sane!
Normal fight, please? Nope, alright. Well, I got a full break automatically, so
Face it, Noah. You cannot defeat me.
we'll see about that.
Your punishment will be delivered by all of us. Every person who wishes as strongly as I do for your tyranny to end.
No! I need more power! Answer my call! Give me the strength to prevail!
Noah?
Ready?
I mean, one thing that the Suikoden games do is that they have a very satisfying final fight. Generally. Which you can't overpower, but... I'm getting the feeling that we... Oh, is he gonna just, like, suck it up and then be a normal boss? Maybe not. Sounds like he's dying. So what does this primal lens actually do besides give him power, anyway? Because that's like...
We did it.
Like, they seem to be treating them like the True Runes from the Suikoden series, but without the True Rune effects?
Yes.
course we did.
What now?
Oh, he was a load-bearing boss.
The castle is collapsing.
Oh, you think? Run!
Run where? Like, all these platforms were separate from places. Okay, I guess that's it. That's the end. I don't know where those other bosses were. I have obviously missed some things. Oh, goody, more content ID. It's a good song, though. Sarah Elaine is great. Definitely recommend checking out her music. She sang the ending song for "You Devils! Killed the Dukes, blah, blah, blah." No, we just gotta do it. God, we don't have time for this. Yeah, we can fight them. Oh, hey, our friends came. Yo, Marissa, that was too close for comfort. Needed me after all, huh? Guys, you all came for me? Poopy poo. Can't go leaving a lady behind. Good to see you're safe, Commander. Thank you, Vortice. So it's all over then. We must leave quickly. It won't be enough to erase our disgrace. Something. But yeah, like they're like the oh hey. Ah, you sand dogs, you made it. Well done. Skid, guys. Yeah, Melora's there. Of course we're here, leaving the victorious heroes behind like they're... This is going too fast for me to read. Game. We'll clear the way from here. Ah, the heroes, etc., etc. Come on! Consider it all smooth sailing from here. By the name of House Sawad. Follow us. We have an exit route prepared. Really? Be a waste of a fine man if you bid it here. I, the Master of Death, shall secure your safe return. Never fear. Justice always overcomes. Thanks, guys. But yeah, she sang the ending song for Xenoblade Chronicles 1. Hi. Dang it, hey Amir, you take Samira and get out of here. Wait, but then you'll be... They'll get back fine. I'd better secure an escape route. Don't you worry, Big Sis Leanne will get Noah and company out. Though my sword be broken. Something or other? Wait, your sword broke? Hold the line! Show him what the General's army's made of! Our General doesn't know when to give up! Sorry for the wait, guys! That kill stealer. Noah! I like that we have our whole party there. Haha, he's back! Hey Noah, what took you so long? Well done. You're finally back, by golly, and you defeated Aldric. Yeah, so thanks to all of you, really. That's Cousin Noah for you. Never doubted it for a minute. You must hurry. See, not getting a chance to read all the dialogue, game. Don't let the League vermin escape. God, there's no end to the Blighters. General, at this rate... Traitors, you've no right to resist. I'm under orders to defend to the end. Saint's fighting too, so must I. Hi, guys. Pincer attack. General Goldwyn. You're that dirty traitor. Lieutenant, glad you're safe. Looks like we caught the whole brood. Same, thank goodness. Huck, Aldric is dead. Victory is ours. You have no reason to continue fighting. The Dukes. Come on, run! Rah! I mean, it's a good thing we're not getting bonked on the head by all this debris, for crying out loud. Alright, who's gonna break this? Made it this far, only to be shut in? Everyone, stand back, please. I'm not sure who that is supposed to be. Good thing we had one last runic charge, huh? That's why you always have an extra. Come on, shake a leg, everybody. Hurry, hurry! I never guessed I'd witness such a historic moment. Bravo, bravo. Crikey, never thought I'd be so glad for one... All the survivors have evacuated the castle. Let's get out of here. Let's go, everyone's waiting. Yeah, let's go. castle's collapsing. Hurry! Poopy poo! I wonder, like, how the dialogue changes depending on who you've taken with you. I mean, I will say, like, at least it makes some sense that the rune lens was holding the castle together. Maybe he built it with the rune lens, I guess. Hero's victory. Cleared the game and watched the ending. Epilogue. Gar becomes security chief of the re-established watch, where he distresses his aides by preferring action to paperwork. Returns to her home dojo, but goes back to Eltisvice, joins the watch, becomes a captain. Becomes Periel's aide and tries to dissuade her from working too hard without apparent success. Though he grumbles, he seems happy. Returns to Eltisvice, managing the watch's storehouses. Returns to Eltisvice. Let me click the buttons, game. Let me clear them on my own. Everyone's bouncing. They've all turned into Antwerps. Becomes head of the home-based defense force at Noah's request and handles jobs for the townsfolk. He aspires to build his own castle nearby. Euthus has grown with his battles and terribly busy, etc. Yeah, these are going too fast for me to read them all, unfortunately. So you guys will have to pause the video. You have that power. I do not. After ensuring the armistice treaty is signed, she returns to busy herself in Groom County, keeping a watchful eye on the lords of the chamber. Continues to work busily at Periel's aid, takes part in battles in various places. Returns to his village and lives as a hunter again. Smiles return to the children's faces. Returns to his home country and lives in bliss with Marin. Lives in bliss with Weiler. Studies Begoma at the Begoma Research Center. Departs on a journey and becomes a mighty Spinadier. Departed on a quest for legendary cards, aiming to be the world card champion. Having proven his strength to himself in battle, he goes to meet his grandfather, proud to be a warrior with the power of the Stone Lion. Turned down an invitation to research at the University of Karls. It's always one of these problems where these things go by too fast. Returns to her grandmother with friend, eats delicious rolled omelet, and rests from her search for her mother for a while. Lives an easy life at the home base, delighting in Noah's occasional visits. Return to Yarnan. While fulfilling her guardian duties in Yarnan, she pursues him, asks, okay, officially joined the Guardians, continues to search for her roots while fulfilling her duties, leads the Guardians in Yarnan. Almi asked to return to his homeland, was asked recognition for his valiant deeds as a Guardian, but refused to continue to be a Guardian, participates as a Guardian in Yarnan. Turns to his elf village. I swear these things are going even faster than the Suikoden ones. Like, I can usually get through most of them in the Suikoden. Returns to his home, continues to train as usual, arrives back in homeland of Ion after a long absence, departs on a journey to find strong new opponents. I do like Shixin's portrait. Even today, he heads to the Barrows to seek dangerous, amazing challenges. In his homeland, he is venerated as a soldier of the true god, and writes a treatise on muscle magic. Strong supporter of the Emperor of Galdea, he returns to the Imperial Army and works to restore House Kessling, rejoins the Imperial Army with Sane, helps to rebuild the hidden village with Milu, works to rebuild his village with Yelu. New engineering module Ivy made him as useful, but Yelu seems skeptical, gathers Duke Aldric's former lab members, becomes something or other. Returns to the Empire with Sane and the others, becomes an agent of the Intelligence Bureau, returns to the Empire and subdues Duke Aldric's forces, and becomes famous as an artist. Definitely missing details. Continues to run a restaurant at home base with Celia, runs a restaurant at the home base with Kurtz, bears twin sons, returns to his own territory where he collects antiques and watches plays, saved a fallen horse and declared himself a horseback vigilante. Rumors of the infamous delinquent on a savage horse soon spread. Founds a vigilante group which he leads. Returns to Haishan, restoring the war-torn nation while helping to rebuild Periel's Eltisvice. Becomes one of Euchris's greatest rulers. I'm glad for that. Returns to Haishan, refuses an appointment to be Yuma's political right-hand man, and enjoys life at the Studium. Continues working as a mercenary to further support House Sawad. The recent campaigns must have stirred her spirits because Lam is preparing for a journey to spar with the Storm Princess of the Styrin. Turns to Impertiarch. Even today, he sings Shiarch songs, enjoys sand baths, and polishes his golden hammer. I didn't get to use that. Turns to the country she fled, proves her innocence, and rejoins the Order of Knights. Yeah, go the Reyna. Gotta focus on the important people. The Reyna is definitely one of my favorite characters from this. Continues his research into rune lenses, successfully enrolled in the University of Karls, studies diligently every day. She is overjoyed at the university's extensive library. I'm glad for you. Departs on a journey to earn funds to build a moving castle. You're not Howl! It's not known if she succeeded, but there are some rumors of a moving castle. Or something. Suddenly vanishes with his thralls. There are rumors of his building a new kingdom somewhere, and Milana is on his trail, having made Marcus her subordinate. Milana's new goal as master of the something or other. Aw, it's love at first sight. Never seen a lich flee like that. Resumes her journey as a magical girl. Her current goal is to put a rune golem to work. Apparently teleports here and there, helping her former comrades. Sometimes makes mistakes. No, she doesn't. We know that's not true. In the wake of Solus's demise, she supports his heir in line with his wishes, working with Maxim to tackle Northstar's political and military affairs. What heir? I thought he had no heir. Moves to Northstar and works with his subordinates who went with him to raise an army to overthrow Valmaris. Joins Vortice's army. Oh, that's adorable. Wow, she ran like Marcus. Hugo sent a report to his lord in the East Reach and continues his journey as he likes. Working as bodyguard will continue his secret mission. Accompanies Iugo on his ongoing travels. Even today, CJ continues to travel with Isha and Garu so that she never loses her greatest treasure. Accompanies CJ on her travels, returning at times to New Nevea to fulfill her mayoral duties. Only at times. Lives in Yarnan, waiting for Garu to return. Currently learning homemaking with the aim of becoming Wave's bride. He's going to be really old when she's of age. I don't know how quickly it takes them to mature. Departs for new cities to expand his guilds. His destinations always smell of gold, but he complains about not profiting from the Alliance. Although she is registered at NOA and Fume's guild, she continues to travel as she likes, occasionally bringing back amazing treasures. Returns to his workshop and rests for a while. He later emerges something or other. Returns to the Alliance base and becomes mayor by popular demand. Delves into urban planning and makes the town an industrial center. Oh, I'm glad for that, Iris. Rather than remain at the home base, he feels compelled to be a traveling merchant, occasionally returning to urge Kane to open a trading company. Lives a leisurely life fishing at the home base, has fallen in mutual love with Aruni, a demure local maiden, who we didn't get to meet in the game. We should have been able to. Like, I'm pretty sure this music just loops. You could let me press a button to clear these messages. After tending to the remaining wounded soldiers at the home base, he returns to be a doctor at his village, stays at the headquarters tending to those who remain while she occasionally kicks out defiant ones. The stream of patients remains steady. Works diligently as a stovehack merchant every day, recently developed feelings for a girl and wonders whether to emerge from his bag. Happily looks after Eggfoots at the racetrack. A newly hatched Eggfoot recently impressed her with its talents, and she gives it extra affection. Was wondering if there would be a comment based on this scene. After the Alliance disbands, he searches for his own new path while participating in the newly re-established Watch. Lean busily flits between the rune barrows at Kashiri Village. Is it at or and? Not sure. Is that it? Well, it got repaired after everything burned. So there's that. Kitty! I see a kitty there. Aw, birdies. kind of calling back to the very beginning of the game. Oh god! Oh god! I'm gonna go blind. The end. Wondering if I recognize any of their... Aaron Yvette for Periel was very good, I thought. See a Court from Mio, also. Big fan. Gar's voice actor, who I missed, was, I think, really good. A lot of really good voice actors in this that I don't know that they've done much else that I'm familiar with. Like, I don't know that any... Like, I'm curious where they drew these people from for recording, because I don't know that they, like, I don't think any of these, Chandra and Alior don't have actors listed, apparently, for either Japanese or English. I mean, I could understand just using the Japanese voice actor for them, because they don't speak. But yeah, I'm not sure if these are like, established voice actors in, I mean, like, this isn't using like the stable of LA actors that you get in a lot of things like Xenogears and, I mean, Xenosaga and stuff like that. You know, it's not like the New York stable. So I'm very curious where these people are based and where the recording was based out of. I haven't been watching a whole lot of anime lately, and certainly haven't been playing a whole lot of new games. So it's entirely possible that these are all established actors that I just don't know. It's entirely possible. But yeah, no, I don't know any of these. I don't know any of these names. I appreciate the amount of effort they put into getting recording lines for all of them. Like, everyone has lines for all of the roles in all of the plays. That's extremely impressive. This game had to have been a boon for these actors in terms of both getting, like, if they aren't experienced, if they aren't established, getting them experience, and B, getting them paid. Because generally it's like paid per line of dialogue or paid per day of work kind of thing, something like that. And with the amount that they had to record for all these people, it's a lot of work. I really appreciate that aspect. Even if some of the like, I don't know if it's the actors, the direction taking first, like the first recording rather than getting you know, new takes kind of thing. Some of them are a little bit off for me. More the line reading rather than like the voices or things like that. I would have wanted a second take for some of them. Oh, Motowai Sakuraba did the ending song for the music. I didn't realize that. I'm a little disappointed that the status quo seems to have just been reestablished. Standard Suikoden games do not just reestablish the status quo. It tends to be better. I guess Suikoden 5 kind of does. But obviously 1 and 2, you become democracies, which is, you know, a better form of government than what these are. And I guess Suikoden 3 doesn't really. Suikoden 4 does. The island, like, the islands all merge into a federation, basically. So it's interesting that, like, and I mean, 5 at least eliminated some, like, it's all within one country. So it eliminates some powerful nobles and brings them down to, you know, weakens them significantly to instill more power in the throne. which is questionable as to whether what's good or bad there. Obviously, in the case, like it kind of falls down to the people in question, whether they are, you know, like it very much depends on the individuals in power as to whether that's good or bad. But yeah, I'm actually really surprised at it just being status quo reestablished kind of thing. I'm very curious as well about that final scene, not the final scene, the night before the big battle type scene that we got on the balcony. I'm guessing it's just like who you've spent the most time with, which I think that's got to be because I did so much off-screen Eggfoot racing, which does mean that anyone who did a lot of Eggfoot racing is going to have her show up. But I'm wondering if it does vary based on that kind of thing, like who you had in your party the most. Which I'm kind of surprised it's not someone else then. Because I definitely had, like, ooh, alright, backer heroes. I know of at least one person in here. I don't know if we're going to, like, this is not alphabetical. This is in order of where they were. So Lord Smappy should be in here somewhere. We did encounter Lord Smappy in the game. That's pretty awesome. I don't know what number she is, but she is going to be here somewhere. One of those backer number etceteras are just people who want to remain anonymous, or what? There's no way that I'm going to be able to find them in this. I'm going to speed up, though. Oh, wow, that is really fast. Just because... Oh, is this by region? Alright, well, I'm going to assume that the United States is... going to be at the end. So we'll see if we can... And it is alphabetized. Oh, one from Kota Ivory. It's interesting to see where the backers are based in. That's a lot of French backers. Wow. A lot of German backers, too. They're a bit for Hong Kong for being a... 3 from Isle of Man. Nice. I expect Japan to be one of the largest, yeah. That's pretty big. There's a lot of Japanese backers, yep. Jersey was even there. New Caledonia. I like it being broken down by region. That's nice. That's neat. Lots from Singapore. Wow. Okay, that's United Kingdom. Lots there. Okay, so... I don't know if it's going to be S or L. So let's go to till we get to around L. That's J. But J's might finish up a little bit faster. Okay. Alright. Okay, I didn't see it there. So let's go to S. mean, I gotta give a shout out to my Shuttlesheim Rhineback. Of course, there had to be a... There's 2 Shuttlesheim Rhinebacks in there. There, of course, have to be. I gotta give a shout out to my longtime viewers and supporters. Okay, it was there, I missed it. It is kind of like just... my eyes do kind of glaze over with all of this text. It's nice of them to credit everyone. Other countries, unknown backers. It's a lot of unknown backers. That is like nice of them to actually put a thing in here. I mean, I don't know if being an unknown backer gets you a, like, what number you are, and thus you can see, like, oh hey, I'm number 6450 kind of thing. It's nice of them to put that in. I appreciate that. I have not backed too many things on Kickstarter myself. I backed the 11th season of Mystery Science Theater 3000, so I am there. I'm in the credits for the very first episode because it's alphabetical and split up through all the episodes. So I'm not credited in every episode. I'm just that first one. But that's pretty cool. Okay. That's a lot of unknown backers. Holy cow. Holy cow. Alright, so anyway, like, overall, I feel like a lot of the execution of this game kind of fell a little short. It's overall good. I'd probably put it at a 7 out of 10 overall. But in terms of, like, the Suikoden game series itself, I'd probably rather play any of them. And part of it is just because I know that world more. I feel I have more affection for that world. I don't know this world well. If I'd only played one Suikoden game, I don't know how would I feel the same? I don't know. Good lord. There's so many unknown backers. Jesus. They're literally tens of thousands. Okay, there we go. Do you want to save cleared data? Sure. I don't know that that's going to do anything. I'll save it in the first slot. I don't know what that does for you other than just allowing you to go back in. I don't think there's a New Game Plus. So that's at Noah's room. Track down Aldric. Okay, so it is right before the end. I don't know that we really got much, like, past the point of no return. There really wasn't anything that we won, item-wise or anything, so... And I don't know if anything unlocked. I'm not seeing anything that is checked off, so... Yeah, I'm not seeing anything in terms of, like, this is now unlocked. So, I don't know that it does. But I think that is going to wrap us up with Eiyuden Chronicle. So, overall, like, I would definitely put it at a 7 out of 10 overall. It's a good game. I think that I would like it more if I didn't know Suikoden. Because I wouldn't be endlessly comparing it to the various Suikoden games. All of which I like more than this one. Which is not really a dig on this game, because I really like all of the Suikoden games. Even 4, which is the weakest of them all, I like quite a bit. I don't think that's a bad game at all. Like, I'd probably put it at, like, 7.1, 7.2 out of 10 kind of thing. Like, it's just a little bit above. But the nice thing about them is that they all have the integrated world. You're seeing characters, from previous games and stuff like that. You're hearing about other places. It feels larger. And this does feel larger, but I actually think part of the problem is the map itself. Like, I look at this, and I don't know anything about the Empire. Like, where the Empire is located is just all mountains. And the few places that we get to go are cold, with the exception of Aldric's castle. So is it all like an Arctic land? Is it just winter? I don't know that. I don't know one way or the other. I don't get a feel for where the East Reach is. I don't get a feel for how... Like, I mean, obviously this desert down in the lower left is Kinan, but I don't really get a feel for what Kinan is. I guess we probably saw some of the Kinani people at the very, near the beginning of the game with the negotiation. But in terms of Kinan itself, we don't really get to see any other Kinanis until very late in the game. I would have much preferred if we got to a mid-game point where we're at our weakest, and then we start pushing back and expanding our territory. It really does feel like the game just kind of like coasts along, and then it's like, oh yeah, by the way, now you're taking everything back. And that kind of... And it's all very late. It is all very fast. The pacing, I don't think, was very good there. That's part of it. Like, early on, I thought this would play out very much like Suikoden 2, but elsewhere. And I was kind of surprised at the ways that it didn't. Because they're clearly taking a lot of inspiration from Suikoden 2 specifically. And I mean, like, a lot of these are I would consider fairly minor criticisms overall. The minigames, a little bit too much. Eggfoot Racing and Big Oma take too much time. The cooking is fun, although I think there's too much of that, and the swings in people's opinions of food is too high. I think, like I was saying, most people should hate like a quarter of the food, love a quarter of the food, and be neutral towards a half of the food. I think that generally gives you a better scoring system. It can be a little bit more challenging, but also can be a little bit more forgiving. And this one, I felt like kind of... Because you could rely on some people scoring very lowly on certain things, and often, like, low scoring was very common, it felt like. You could find, like, oh, I have this one person, they love this dish. If I put this in, I will probably win, even if everyone else doesn't like it, kind of thing. So there was that. I do kind of feel like the map, the way that everything is laid out, doesn't tie in well to the story. And the Greatwood being this giant forest here, completely independent from anyone else, with just, like, I guess 2 cities. The Tree Folk and actually, like... Yeah, the Tree Folk are even all the way down there. Like, Yarnan is up here, completely surrounded by this big, dense forest, and it just doesn't feel that connected, kind of thing. I would have loved to have more integration in the map, like the. Well, I'd like to be able to move my my cursor around on this map here to point to things. Like south, north of Eucharist, you've got this big semi-archipelago. I mean, it's like kind of an archipelago down there, but there's more up to the north of that. Like, what's up there? I don't know. There appears to be nothing. No cities, no towns. I mean, obviously, it's a JRPG. There's always an element of, these things are technically bigger than they look, kind of thing going on, and I understand that. But it does feel like there should be more up there to give it a better feel for an actual kingdom. Getting more of the politics between the nations. Some viewers have said that it seems like there's some, like, League of Nations nations that aren't really mentioned. But again, like, they don't fit on the map. I don't know. I would like more of that. Especially the later in Suikoden you get. They do feel better about the map in terms of, like, connecting things up and stuff like that. But then again, I've also looked at online maps that show the world and stuff like that and show where they are. It might be coloring my view. Anyway, that's kind of my complaint there. I would have liked more of a feel that we're gaining throughout the end of the game. We're retaking these lands rather than it's like, oh, by the way, a month passed and we retook everything, pretty much. I would have rather have played that out. There's big chunks of time between the battles, the mass battles, and I think like there's a mini game where you could go to do test battles or you know, training battles, and that might have given me stuff. I didn't do any of that. It's fine though. I don't know. I find I appreciate what they wanted to do by having backers, you know, show up as people there, but there should have been, like, you should be able to scroll back and filter that out, so that you can see what actually is relevant happening. And, like, once you set people to do a thing, then there's nothing that you're doing. You're not involved in any way. And it's just like watching. It's kind of like the Eggfoot racing. You're just watching it. You can't interact once you start things off. And I would rather be able to interact. So, anyway. Overall, I'm definitely glad that I played this. I did enjoy it. I think that there's stuff they could have done. I think some of it is because of Kickstarter, like, stretch goals and things like that. I kind of hope that in the future, I've heard talk that they are planning a second Eiyuden Chronicle game. I mean, like, I guess third because of Rising. I hope they don't have that kind of scope creep. I don't know what makes for good stretch goals in Kickstarter. I've never done anything like that, and I haven't really participated in many things. But you need to not let that cause scope creep, where you focus too much on these other things. In my opinion. I don't know. Anyway. I really enjoyed it. It does make me want to replay other Suikoden games. I mean, obviously, I just, not too long ago, replayed the HD Suikoden 1 and 2. I would really love an HD Suikoden 3. That is my favorite. That will continue to be my favorite. Always be my favorite, probably. I love that game to death. I think the characters are the best. I'm glad that they didn't have silent protagonist in this. I'm very glad about that. I think these games are better with an actual protagonist that is not just silent and feels empty to me. But anyway, I'd like to see what they do with another game. I do hope that they continue on. The music is fantastic. The artwork, the character portraits, you know, getting back the Suikoden artist who did so many of the Suikoden games to do the character artwork for this game. Absolutely beautiful. Probably my favorite part. If I was going to just, you know, like, put the, you know, if I was going to rank the Suikoden games on the portrait art, 10 out of 10, right up there with 2 and 3. Like, all three of them would be tied. So, very, very good. Very enjoyable to see that. And I really appreciated that. It may be weird, but that is my favorite part, is having those portraits. I really like the art style for them. But that wraps us up. I have gone long, an hour-long video, partly because we had all the credits to do and everything like that, and I had some thoughts. But this was a Patron's Choice reward as well. And I want to thank all of all my supporters who voted on it, wanted me to play it, and everyone who voted on it on YouTube as well. I want to thank you. I really do appreciate that, your support. And we'll be back with another Let's Play after this. See you next time, everyone.